Hello out there and a very happy new week to you. This is the newspaper review on TAF TV. Of course, this is where we analyze and dissect trending and catchy headlines every day. We look into the newspapers headlines that is drawing attention, and we took it out to the streets. We are the streets of Port Harcourt, where we discuss the newspaper at newspaper stands with people that are willing to discuss. I am Obed Jerry, your host for today. You too can also be a part of this show. Do well to subscribe, turn on the notification button, follow us across all our social media platforms, turn on the notification as I said earlier. Drop your comments in the comment section when you see headlines that draw you and catch your attention, or if you actually disagree with whatever discussions, whatever analysis that have been made here. All right, today being Monday, 15th January 2024, we'll be looking at two newspapers for the day. The first is the Nation's newspaper. We see at the top story here reads, Supreme Court verdicts, APC didn't trade off Kanu, Plateau. Details of the story is found on page 5 of the Nation's newspaper. Oil theft, ship on test run, arrested with 200,000 litres of stolen crude. Details is found on page 5 also. Government to change approach on discourse funding. Details also is found on page 5 of the Nation's newspaper. Wasteful Super Eagles failed to win AFCON opener. Details is found on page 38 of the Nation's newspaper. I know you watched the match that was played yesterday, and all of us, you and I, were having high hopes on the Super Eagles win. But regardless, it has been, and the deed has been done. All right, still on the newspapers, we see here, Better Edu, Ohaneze Youth wings back Tinubu, condemns media. This is found on page 4 of the Nation's newspaper. Nobody has plotted against me and succeeded, Wike tells detractors. This is found on page 3. Tinubu pledges full attention for Niger Delta development. Sub-story under that reads, President, Minister meets on region's transformation. We see at the bottom story here reads, President won't spare culprit after probe into humanitarian affairs ministry. That details is found on page 5 of the Nation's newspaper, and that's all we'll be taking on the Nation's newspaper. Now let's move on to the Punch newspaper. Let's see the headlines that they've got. We see at the top story here reads, EFCC, Nigerians want ex-governors to account for 772 billion naira. It is found on page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Policemen not permitted to search citizens' phones, says Lagos CP. It is found on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. We all know that it has been said time and time again that the police is not allowed to, permitted rather, to search phones of citizens on the road, except maybe on exceptional cases or where the person is a suspect and they have a permit, a search warrant to search the phone. All right, still on the newspaper, we see here Tinubu strip gobbed 3.4 billion naira in 6 months, says Gov spending. Details is found on page 7. We see how the banner story here reads, 7 major marketers get approval to sell Dangote fuel. Sub-story under that reads, NNPC retail, Total, MRS, others make list, await commercial terms. Sub-story again under that reads, Hype Man, Petran to make Dangote refinery this week. High marketing deals. This is found on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. We see here the side story reads, mentally ill man stabs worshipper during Anambra church service. A very sad one. Our condolences to the family of the bereaved. This is found on page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Lastly, on the Punch newspaper, we see police kills 2 suspected cult leaders in Rivers. Members flee. It is found also on page 5 of the Punch newspaper, and that's all we'll be taken on the Punch newspapers. Now we want to get reactions of people in the streets. Let's know their thoughts, their opinions and analysis on certain headlines. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
I would like your thoughts on this headline on the Punch newspaper that says, policemen not permitted to search citizens' phone.
Okay. The headline is okay, but these are the realities of today, that they do it often and all. Even at my back here, they are still doing it.
Their daily activities.
It's their daily activities. And yes, said the police people are not permitted. What are the guarantee that they will not do it? They are doing it. You understand me? Without that is bias. Yeah, proper warrant. You understand? And they are intimidating the citizens. And this was one need to answers.
Between two answers.
Yes, and people are being killed like chicken. Today, they have not stopped. They are still doing it. So what are the IG is going to do to see that this thing is stopped? Do you understand? So I want the IG to still put eye into what the police people are doing. They search your car, they search your phone, they search everything without warrant. You see, and this thing is going on without abatement. So that is my own intake.
Okay, I want to ask this question. Do you feel like it's these roadside policemen that are doing this thing intentionally, or they have a top tier, there's somebody at the top that tells them what to do? Because it's somehow when let's say the commissioner of police gives such instruction that they shouldn't do something and they will still go on to do it. Whose fault do you think it is?
Yes, it's the fault from the DPO, because whatever they make from those illegal something, they still report to their DPO, and the DPO is enjoying it.
Okay, so you say it's more like a business.
Yes, it's a business, because when they gather the money, they will go to their DPO or their station and share it without the knowledge of the IG or even the commissioner of police. So all this thing happen within the society.
Okay, I was talking with somebody of recent. The person was of the thought that one of the reasons why they do such is because they are not well paid. Sometimes they stay months, they haven't gotten their monthly salary.
It's not true.
Okay.
It's not true, because police, their own illegality pays them. They pay themselves even before their salary will come.
Okay,
You understand?
illegal means.
Through illegal means. Do you understand? If any policeman that says he's not paid, it's a lie. He's being paid adequately. If you don't pay police and it's like there is a riot in a place or a chaos, they will not tell you that because they are not paid. But police have not gone on strike because they are not paid. So they feed themselves.
Okay, sir. So what do you suggest that the government and the Inspector General of Police and others related to that to do?
Yes, there was
whoever policeman that violates this rule, should they be sacked, probed, or just cautioned?
There was a day in Rubokro Junction here where police monitoring team came and one police lady was running and they chased the police woman to a point that they grabbed her and arrested her.
Okay, she was into illegal.
Into illegal arrest. They arrested her, and funny enough, I'm still seeing her around Rubokro Junction here doing the same work. So if the IG or there should be a monitoring team that will be patrolling and see such a thing, let them be arrested and let them go in for it. This will stop the whole thing.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I would like your thoughts on the headline that reads on the nation's newspaper. Tinubu pledges full attention for Niger Delta development.
I like it. God may give him long life,
Okay.
and strengthen him to do it, and let it not go too far, because
How do you mean too far?
we are crying. The masses are crying for the hungry, and the multiplication of the women are pregnanting, and the masses are increasing more and more. So we need factory and industry.
Okay.
I say I like President. Is it President Tinubu?
Yes.
I like his idea.
Okay.
Because the masses are increasing in number and the hungry is too much. We need only factories and industries, and that's all.
Okay, do you think this plan that he has would really work for Nigerians, especially the Niger Delta?
Factories and industry, let it not go far, so that everybody will be busy daily basis. Be busy, just factory and industry. I don't need him to come and do a lot of things.
Okay, like what do you
Factory
mean?
and industry.
What types of factories and what type of
We need agri feed
okay,
to multiply.
sector.
We need industry to produce all the materials that we are using here. We are using different type of materials, and I have tired of buying it from overseas. And
Okay, are you a farmer?
I am a farmer, and our professor, they are stranded, and stranded is hunger. After university, after the 4 year course, the professors are stranded. They suppose have where to work. So we need only factory and industry. We don't need him to stretch ourselves for any other thing. Just the material they call factory and industry, so that the youth will be busy working and nobody will enter Yahoo and pull office and the assassinator and the hire killer, and he will rest you in his office. That's all.
Okay,
May God bless the
amen. Okay, you made mention of graduates that after graduating no work to
Stranded.
but how many graduates would want to, after 4 or 5 years in school, want to work in a factory?
Factory. Factory need educated people. Without educated, you cannot work in factory or manufacturer place now, or in a place of productivity. And need new modern facility. We need educated to be and control the laborers, the uneducated, the educated man, the professor. We advise them what to do, like as they do this bridge now. Without educated white man, this bridge cannot.
That's true. All right, thank you very much. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Please, I would like your thoughts on this story that reads Tinubu pledges full attention for Niger Delta development.
Yes. I am confident in Tinubu. I know what he can do. Judging by what he did when he was the governor of Lagos State, what he did still remains. He speaks volume for him. And I feel that he has outgrown the position of saying what he cannot do. So he is the best leader. I believe that he will always remain the best leader because of the plans he has, especially for the Niger Delta.
Looking at the nature of things and how the economy, it's surprising to see somebody still have faith in the president. But with the look of things, it has come a very long way, a very long time. Like it's been months that there's supposed to be an improvement in the economy as regards the poverty rates and the inflation of goods in the country at large.
Well, thank you. You see, it takes time to change a bad thing that has become so deeply rooted. Previous administrations never did anything to change the economy. He is trying. I have confidence and I feel that he can do something about it. Now, minding, he's not even up to 1 year in office, so he can't do magic. He doesn't have such a magic wand. But I know he has the power. He has the Midas touch. The Midas touch. Whatever he touches turns into gold. And I know he can do something.
Okay, sir, one last question. When do you feel is the appropriate time that you feel like he would swing into action and make improvement, especially as regards the Niger Delta development, as stated here?
Well, you see, in the Niger Delta, we have a lot of bad people. People who embezzle the money meant for the Niger Delta in the name of politics. But I know he has just started from the top. For the first time, I'm just seeing somebody in a couple of months holding people accountable. Somebody like the other person that embezzled whatever better do. I think that speaks volume for him. I know he will do something.
Okay, but we saw in time past that during the Buhari administration, he did something like this, advocating for change, removing parastatals as regards corruption and all that. And we saw how the administration later ended and how the poverty and the corruption rates later increased in the country.
Actually, Buhari wasn't a politician.
Why do you say so, sir?
He wasn't a politician. He was a professional soldier. And being a professional soldier, he was always at the whim and caprice of those his cabinet. He relied so much on those people. But one thing about Buhari is that if he trusts you, he will trust you to the end. That was the mistake he had made. I can categorically tell you that Buhari went home empty.
Okay, Buhari went home empty. One last question, sir. Do you think with how the administration was before Buhari left office and since when the President Tinubu was sworn in till this date, As regards others, they are of the opinion that the country has gotten worse. Do you think the country is in a better state than it used to be in the past administration?
Those people are pessimists. They're pessimists. Most of them are sadists. They don't even see Nigeria moving forward. But what is keeping Nigeria back is the antics of the people themselves. We are the major problem that we have. Can you see a country whereby he who kills is honored, he who loots is revered in his own community and perhaps made a chief?
Okay, thank you very much. So you are saying that Buhari, President Tinubu is a good strategist. He's the best man for the job at the moment, and he would fulfill those plans and those promises that he made to move Nigeria from a lower state to a better state.
Actually, I am confident, and I will never change my opinion about him, because I have never tergiversated in the past. I tell people the truth, and the truth will always be there. Tinubu is a genuine leader. That's my party and share.
All right, thank you very much. You are a very patriotic citizen. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I would like your thoughts on this story on the Nation's newspaper that reads, "Nobody has plotted against me and succeeded. Wike tells detractors."
Well, they talk actually sounds as if he's claiming to be a godfather. Where the point is that
Almighty Wike.
Almighty Wike, another thing. So I believe that if he claims to not to be a godfather and let the person behind to rule, that's it. But nobody's plotting against him. We just want the state.
Okay, you feel nobody is plotting against him?
Nobody's plotting against him. That's what I feel. That's how I observe. Because if they are plotting against him, it will be very obvious. The person will come out and say, "I am plotting against you," but nobody, I believe, is plotting against Wike for now. That's what I see.
Okay, so what do you feel Wike is not doing right? What errors are you spotting so far?
Well,
even as being minister of the FCT.
First of all, I'll beg him to let the governor in charge to do his job. Though he apparently allowed him, and the man is trying so far to let the state, because I know he tried to put him there. But let the governor try and do it. Because when it was his turn, the person that put him had the same issue, but later allowed him to do his work. So let him do the same to the guy, the governor, present governor, to allow him to do his work on the state. And I believe he will do what more what we can have done to the state to better the country and the state at large. That's what I believe.
Okay, there's a saying that does that when a child wants to start working, the parents have to guide him or her. And we know that Governor Fubara is like a son to
Yes, that's true.
Wike. So don't you think it's still right for him to guide Governor Fubara?
He's right, but you know, also the generation of our fathers and the generation of our currents is different. The patterns have changed actually. So I believe what Simi is trying to use the current situation of how the new generation are to solve his own problem. Wike solved his own when he was young through his own pattern. So he's trying, though he has learned from the father. So he's trying to do what the father did and do more better in his own pattern. Not do exactly what your father did.
Okay, so you're trying to say Wike being at his back as his backbone isn't helping the people of Rivers State.
Looking at him, Wike not living at his backbone. He's trying to hold his hand to be writing the things, which is not making sense. You
Okay,
can be hold his hand, to not be at his back, but hold his hand to write things that are happening. We not to be at his back, not holding his hand. That's two different things.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, this is where we draw our curtains for today. You heard what the analysis that different persons made. If you have any counter opinion or counter thoughts on that, you can also slide to our comment section and drop your thoughts on the comment section. You can also be a part of this program by subscribing, turn on the notification button, follow us across all our social media platforms. So that when we drop videos like this, you get to see it, you get to receive our notification always. I am Obed Jerry, your host for today, and this has been the newspaper review here on the streets of Port Harcourt and from TAV TV. Thank you.